just grabbed a beer from the fridge, but then a strange woman appeared in front of him. The beer was instantly crushed. The two of them screamed in panic. Mark wondered why she appeared in his house. Lisa said she'd been living here all along.
Okay, I'm sure there's a homeless shelter nearby. I will give you money for cab fare and a good meal, but please, don't blow it on more beer, okay?
She mistook Mark for a thief. Mark says he's not a bum. This is the house he just rented. If Lisa lives here too, there's a good chance that the realtor was behind it, rented to both of them at the same time.
Don't you get it? There's probably 5 other people who paid deposits and got the key.
Lisa said that she bought all the furniture in the house.
That's my couch, that's my coffee table. Is that a ring? Have you ever heard of a coaster?
She blamed Mark for the mess. Then she went into the kitchen to clean up. Mark wondered when she'd moved in. But when he followed Lisa into the kitchen, she disappeared into thin air. He searched the house but no sign of her.
Hello?
At night, Mark told his best friend he was a psychiatrist. He took Mark's description and wrote it down.
Why are you writing this down? This isn't a section.
Hey, that's insulting, okay? I'm your friend Jack here. I'm not charging you. All right, but if this thing rolls into a second hour, we're gonna have to work out some kind of deal. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He thought Mark might be hallucinating. Mark's wife died 2 years ago. Since then, Mark has closed himself off. He doesn't want any contact with the outside world. Even when his best friend set him up on a blind date, he's been running away from them. His friends told him to stop hiding, but Mark couldn't forget his wife. When he got home, something strange happened again. Mark locked the door behind him. But when he went to bed, Lisa suddenly appeared. She asked Mark why he was still here. Then she was going to call the police to get Mark out of her house. But when Lisa reached for the phone, a strange thing happened. Her hand went right through the phone.
What'd you do to my phone? Where can I? You stay right there. I'm gonna use the one in the kitchen.
Lisa disappeared from Mark's sight again. The next morning, Mark called the realtor. He asked who the previous tenant was. The agent said the landlord didn't want to give out any information, only that the last tenant was a girl. There was a tragedy in the house.
So you think this girl died?
Well, you better hope so, because that's the only way they're going to get off of this month-to-month thing, give you a real lease.
Mark said that's not what he meant. The agent says the house has underfloor heating. It's got a great view and a great location. A lot of people have been trying to get their hands on it. In order to find out what was going on, Mark went to a paranormal bookstore. He was looking for answers in books. He took a book about ghosts off the shelf, and then the owner of the bookstore came over.
Can I help you with anything?
No. I mean, do you believe in this stuff?
Well, you don't. Until you do.
Until you do, Mark told him what happened to him. The owner found him a stack of books about ghosts. When he got home, Mark followed the instructions in the book. He tried to summon Lisa again. He tried for a long time, but Lisa didn't show up. Then he remembered that Lisa was more concerned about the coffee table, so he had an idea.
I've got a hot, moist cup of coffee in my hand. There is no coaster on this table. I'm going to set it down on this lovely mahogany.
Don't you dare!
Mark wanted to talk to her, but Lisa seemed to have lost her memory. She couldn't remember anything that had happened. Recently, she didn't even know who she was.
Let me ask you, has anything dramatic happened to you recently?
Like what?
I don't know, like dying maybe?
Dare you say that to me?
Lisa was a little angry. Mark tried to reach out and comfort her, but his hand went straight through Lisa's body. Now he was even more convinced that Lisa was a ghost. And Lisa was surprised to realize her body could penetrate anything.
What's happening to me?
You're dead!
Stop saying that!
Lisa tried to get Mark to shut up, but her hand felt like it was hitting the air. Mark wanted Lisa to leave to go where ghosts go, like heaven. Lisa fell down the stairs during the argument,
Rest in peace.
but the next moment she reappeared in the house.
I'm not leaving.
Lisa wanted to find out what happened, so she started pestering. Mark wanted him to help her with her investigation. She would hide in the fridge, while Mark was getting a beer, lying in front of Mark while he watched TV, harassing Mark with her off-key singing. Mark's face turned green. He couldn't stand it any longer, and called a priest to exorcise the ghost. Apparently it didn't work. Even the modern high-tech team had no effect on Lisa.
Well said, sir. We have the spirit.
Ooh, a butter dish.
You sure? Oh, definitely. I have him right here.
That reminded Mark of the owner of the bookstore, so he called him in. But here's the strange thing. The owner could sense Liza's presence.